I studied abroad in London the spring semester of my junior year of college. My girlfriend at the time, Molly, was in Barcelona, and we would spend our long weekends going to the amazing cities in Europe. We went to Amsterdam in January, we went to Rome in February. She came to see me, I actually went to Spain in March, and in April she had spring break. So we met up in Dublin, and then she came back with me to London and spent the week seeing the sights while I went to class. And that weekend was the big trip. That was the city we were going to visit as soon as we had decided to study abroad. This is a place we wanted to see together, Paris, in April for our anniversary. I am a big history buff, so I always wanted to set foot in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. And Molly couldn't count the number of amazing pieces of art that she wanted to see in that city. But most importantly, you know those obnoxious photos that couples take when they're in front of the Eiffel Tower? We wanted to go do the poses and the hugs and the kisses and take all those photos and then share them on Facebook. So everyone knew what a great time we were having together. So I booked us a train to Paris Thursday night, 7:45. I took the day off from my internship and we hung out at my dorm. I sort of took a late afternoon nap and we got up at 6 o'clock. Well, Molly got up at 6 o'clock. She got me out of bed at 6:30, like, Michael, we have to go to Paris now, it's a dream, get out of bed. She drags me out of bed, and it takes me a little while to print up our reservations, and we hop on the tube, and it's 7:15, and we're still at the station, and Molly is like, Michael, I am officially nervous. And I'm like, Molly, it's fine, everything's gonna be okay. And we get to the station, and I am hurriedly typing in our reservation numbers at a kiosk, and nothing is coming up, and Molly is like, we should have never taken a nap, oh my God. And I'm like, no, this is fine, it's okay. And seeing this little scene happen, a Eurostar representative comes over to us, and he's like, you have to get, for an international journey, you need to be here an hour early. And it's 20 minutes to your train. I can't even let you get into the line for security. I'm stunned. Molly is starting to cry. Romance is in the air. And he's like, well, we could get you on the next train, but it's Easter weekend, so the best I can do for you is 5 a.m. tomorrow morning with unreserved seats. So we get back on the subway and we head back to my dorm. Thursday, we were supposed to get into Paris and then go to a cafe, enjoy some French food, and then head over to the Eiffel Tower, take some photos, walk a couple blocks back to our hotel room, which was a luxury for us, having usually stayed in hostels, and then sleep in a big warm bed together. And instead, we're at my dorm eating frozen pizza for dinner. And we only have one choice. We want to make a 5 a.m. train because the tube closes at midnight, which is to hop back on the tube, ride over to Waterloo Station, which is an open-air train station, and spend the night. By the way, it says something about the English that their one and only rail linkage to France is named after their greatest victory over the French. That would be like, welcome to Enola Gay International Airport, now with direct flights to Hiroshima. Just, yeah! There's three kinds of people at Waterloo Station late at night. First, there's homeless people. Lots and lots of homeless people. When I first arrived in England, sort of the jolly accents and the unkempt long hair and the robes made out of garbage made English hobos seem less like a menace to society and more like just wandering wizards that had occupied the city. You shall not pass. But the smell of urine kind of kills that illusion pretty quickly. The second group of people are confused drunks who have missed their train back home after a night of drinking in the city. And if you're not sure who they are, they're the ones yelling racist things at the security guards. I was a kid in Texas. I studied at a university in North Carolina. My first job was in Georgia, and I have never heard the N-word more in my life than late at night in England. No amount of accent can make that sound fun. Finally, there's Molly and I. And we are wearing as many layers of clothing as possible to sort of buffer ourselves against a Protestant wind that seems to be personally punishing us for the American Revolution. And we are trying our best to sleep across these plastic benches that have these armrests that bend our spines like scoliosis patients. So we sort of change and we slouch and we try to prop our legs together to keep warm or sort of blow hot air on one another. But nothing is working. And also there's like 1,000 bulbs above us that make Waterloo Station at like 2 a.m. seem like noon in the middle of Hyde Park. Romance is in the air. To top things off, even if we can start to sort of doze off despite these conditions, an alarm sounds every 30 minutes throughout the night, followed by a very shrill-sounding English woman who announces, "Would Inspector Shellington report to platform 7? Would Inspector..." Oh God, this repeats over and over and over again until about 3 a.m. when I start to lose my grip on reality and I start yelling back at the PA system across the empty expanse that is Waterloo Station. "Would you get to the platform, Inspector Shellington? This isn't Harry Potter, it's not a magic platform and a wall." The hobos didn't really appreciate that. And by 4 a.m. when the other passengers start arriving at the station, they are looking at Molly and I like we are street performers performing some sort of macabre parody of couple life. I'm yelling at Molly like, "I need you to pick up your bag so I can get a breakfast sandwich." And Molly replies, "My feet are so cold, they feel like they're on fire." And then I say like, "I think we should name our children after rap songs that I like." We are put at the back of the line of security because we have unassigned seats. And the original plan, according to the Eurostar rep, is that we will stand for the entirety of the 4-hour ride to Paris in the cafe car. But as we board the train, there are plenty of empty seats. And we huddle together and we sleep all the way to De Gaulle Station. And when we arrive, we are surrounded by chaos and beggars and businessmen. And we stand sort of wide-eyed at this sort of metro map that is called the Pit of Snakes in Paris because it is 14 different subway lines and it is elevated trains and it is buses and it is regional trains and they all follow a pattern that only makes sense to a Frenchman because it's like the train goes over here and then it goes over there and then it stops, has a smokes, meets up with a mistress, whatever, it does what it wants because it is a train in France. That's my French train impersonation. In reality, we figure out that if we had gotten to Paris at midnight the night before as planned, we might not have had a way to get home. In fact, we might have been stranded at the Paris train station. And so we pick up our things and we get on the train and we make our way to the hotel. And that weekend, I stand in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. And Molly runs through the Louvre just like taking down gulps of priceless art. And then after we take a nice night sleeping together in a big queen-size bed, warm and happy, we go to a cafe, we have crepes for breakfast, and then we take as many photos as my camera will hold of us doing obnoxious things in front of the Eiffel Tower. The romance was in the air. Thank you.